Hey everybody, welcome to the Stock Car Spectacle. I'm Ian Jortson.
And I'm Nick Kinzel.
Mike Gamble and Connor Bunn are off tonight, but we're going to get right into it with our diecast of the week. Buddy, you got a special one over there.
I do. I got my room redone and everything, and I just found this in a box in my closet. So this is one that I didn't even have on display before. But we're coming up to Auto Club Speedway this weekend, and this doesn't have any Auto Club Speedway ties, but it is the 1999 Dale Jr. It's a Busch Series AC Delco. It's got the Superman on the hood.
Yep.
So I was thinking Jimmy Johnson ran a Superman car here at Auto Club all those years back, and he went to Victory Lane in it. So I just kind of brought it out for that. And also, this thing is it's badass.
Oh yeah.
Now this thing is almost in my top display case because it's a very cool one.
Yeah, I got the same diecast, and it's just diecast back then. They were made well.
This thing is like
heavy. It's like 15 pounds. You can knock someone out with that.
It looks good under it. They don't make these like this anymore.
No,
and that's crazy. But yeah, cool looking paint scheme, and going to Auto Club this weekend, and Dale almost went down there.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's cool. Yeah, it definitely reminds me of Jimmy's Superman scheme. That was badass. But so for my diecast of the week, I got Daniel Suarez's first Cup Series win from Sonoma last season. My good buddy Patrick Cotto got me this for my birthday this year, so I want to thank him for that. Badass paint scheme. It's pretty cool. It's like half of the car doesn't have confetti on it, and then the other half does. So pretty cool. So yeah, thank you, Patrick, for that. And let's get into our show. So Daytona was this weekend, and of course Hendrick Motorsports. They had the lineup on the front row, and what happened? Nothing. I think one of their cars finished in the top 10.
It was actually, surprisingly, it was Alex Bowman.
Yeah.
He finally broke his own curse. He started on the front row of the Daytona 500 the last 6 years, and he finally finished. He got a top 5 finish. I think he finished 5th in the race.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he finally broke that curse. But yeah, Thursday night, that meant nothing. I mean, our qualifying night, that really didn't mean anything. We knew the Hendrick cars, they always set themselves up. That 48 team in particular,
Yeah.
They always choose the qualifying speed over overall race speed. That's what we saw right there. So yeah, that one, you always got guys. You got some that are focused on qualifying speed, and then most of them, they don't care, and they care more about how their car is going to handle come race in the pack.
Yeah. Yeah, which wouldn't you want to focus more on race speed? But I mean,
you would think. I mean, don't get me wrong. The best place to start the Daytona 500 is on the front row. It's just they had to go to work on practice. There was no practice before qualifying. They just went out and qualified.
We saw that with Chandler Smith.
Saw the problem with Chandler Smith.
He was first car out, and he couldn't get it going.
Let's talk about that. 1 hour of practice. This is.
Yeah, even Dale Jr. tweeted.
This is qualifying for the biggest race of the year, and we don't get, minus the championship race, and we don't get at least an hour of practice for it. I think that's ridiculous. And you saw it right there. But yeah, but like I was going back and saying, you would love to start on the front row of the Daytona 500. The closer they always say you can win from wherever, and that still might be true, but you want to be up front because you feel like you got a better chance of missing stuff if you're up front and ahead of it. So you had to go to work on practice.
Yeah, and it's a long race. It's not like you're going to be up front the entire race.
Right.
So yeah, so it doesn't really mean anything to me. I mean, yeah, it's historical. Your name's going to be in the history books forever, just like winning the pole for the Indy 500. So yeah, I get it why they want to make it a big deal because it's NASCAR's biggest race. So, and then we'll go with the duels, and then Joey Logano and Almirola, they won both their duels. I mean, really no surprise. Those guys are some of the best super speedway drivers right now, so
yeah,
no surprise.
Picking up right where they left off. Joey Logano, he didn't make a dumb block like he did in
last year. Yeah.
So, but yeah, and then Eric Almirola, he's always a good he's always a good super speedway racer, so that comes to no surprise. Either the Fords, it was really the Fords that kind of dominated the duels on Thursday night.
Yeah, absolutely. And then let's get into the ARCA race. We're just gonna go real quick into that.
I'm
Frankie
gonna be honest,
Muniz.
I didn't watch the ARCA race.
Yeah, I only watched it just because Frankie Muniz was racing, and he had a good race. He got, I think, highest he got was like top 3, and then got cycled out, finished 11th out of like 39 cars that was in the field. That's actually a lot for ARCA. Usually they'll have like high 20s around there entering into their races, but it's Daytona, so you're always going to get that. And then pretty cool for who was it that got his first win? He's got
Greg Van Alst or something
yeah,
like that.
Greg Van Alst got his first win. He took like a 20-year hiatus from the sport too. He started racing like 2001, so pretty cool to see a story like that. He seemed pretty pumped up about the win.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. So then let's get into this truck race, and man, this thing sucked. We had rain plaguing this whole race. Started with rain, there was rain in the middle of the race, and it ended with rain. But that's Daytona, Florida weather. It's just going to pop up like that.
Yeah. Does not surprise me at all.
Yeah. And then Nick Sanchez, he won the pole in his pretty much his full-time debut for the truck series. So pretty cool to see that. We know he was really, really good down in the ARCA series.
Very disappointed. My boy Norm Benning did not make the show.
Yeah.
He showed some speed in the draft in their practice session. I think he was like 9th or something. I was like, let's go, Norm. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Nice try, buddy.
Storm and Norman did not have the speed this year. But Christian Eckes won stage 1 with his new team in the 19. And then rough starts of the season for Daniel Dye, Haley Deegan, Matt Benedetto getting caught up in a wreck in stage 2.
Real nutcracker right there for Daniel Dye.
Yeah. I see what you did there, bud. So you think there's going to be another struggle bus season for Haley Deegan? She's with Thor Sport now.
I mean, this is kind of her. She has to.
She's got to prove herself.
She's got to prove herself a little bit. Nobody thought, at least I didn't think she was going to be in this series this year. I think everybody kind of thought it was time she was going to make that jump to the Xfinity Series because she even said it herself. Like, the truck is just so much more different than the Xfinity car. She had a good running in her Xfinity Series race a season ago. So, of course, everybody's thinking, oh, here she goes. But no, I don't know if she's going to struggle. I mean, this is Daytona. So I'd really give it the first 5 to 6 races. And if she hasn't really put something decent together, then it might be time to hit the panic button a little bit for her. But no, I hope she doesn't struggle. I want to see her succeed, actually, because I think that would just be a cool story going forward. But this is her year. This is Thor Sport. This is minus KBM. This is the top team in the truck. So
yeah. We don't even know about KBM because they're going with Chevys now, so we don't know how much.
We still got to see how they're going to do. Different. I don't know. When Kyle Busch is throwing money that way in the truck series, I have good feeling for him.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a Thor Sport, so I think we all need to see her put some results up, because this is what, year 3 full-time in the truck series, I believe. I think so.
Yeah, it is.
I want to say it is.
Yeah, because her first full-time season was 21.
Right, so yeah.
Because she didn't have the rookie stripes on her truck last year.
Time to put some results on the board.
Yeah, that's what she needs to do. And then, yeah, we'll see how Matty D does. We know that team is kind of subpar, but we know that he can kind of get it done on the super speedways. It seems
like he ran he ran solid in races last year, but something always seemed to happen to him. So it's kind of tales of his Cup career.
Yeah, I was about to say he had so many opportunities to win in that 21 car, and something always got in his way.
Got a win at Talladega last year. I'm not really counting that one. He did not win that race.
Yeah.
So no, it'll be interesting to see what they do in year 2 under their belt.
Yeah. And then it's also just with the transition with KBM going to Chevy. It's weird seeing Safelite on the 11 truck now. With,
right.
I think that's
they have Jack Wood,
DGR's new team name. I can't remember. It's like Tricor Race, something like that. But yeah, it's weird not to see an 18 in the field.
Right. Who are KBM's drivers this year? It's Corey Heim and Jack Wood. Is Corey Heim? I don't think Jack.
I think that's
Wood
their only.
I don't think Jack Wood's full time.
No.
I think Corey Heim's their full time truck.
Yeah, they kind of got a weird lineup this year.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. Yeah, Jack Wood was in the 51. Finished 27th, and then Corey Heim. No, Corey Heim's still with Toyota.
Is he? Okay.
Yeah, he's driving for DGR. Okay.
Okay. All right.
That's what it is. Oh, it's Chase Purdy. That's who it is.
Oh,
Chase
yeah.
Purdy
He's in the
Jack
4.
Wood so Chase Purdy's the full-time truck. And then Jack Wood is he's just kind of the filler.
So they're only running 2 trucks right now. Well, Kyle will obviously get some time. Alrighty. So then moving on, and then Stewart Friesen making a dumb block on the final lap of stage 2. Right in front of Christian Eckes and Ben Rhodes. Ben Rhodes collected some damage, but he wasn't cashed out totally from the race. And then, he showed some speed. He was climbing back up to the front. Ben Rhodes, he's really good at these super speedway tracks.
Oh, absolutely.
And then Raja Karuth, he got loose and got collected. A few drivers with him in turn 3, so sucks to see for Raja. And then rain came out with 27 to go, and they called the race. Zane Smith is your back-to-back winner at Daytona.
Yep, picking up right where he left off a season ago, and I just expect another season like we saw last season out of Zane Smith. I think the momentum's just going to keep rolling.
Mm-hmm.
He's just going to keep getting better. Like, I'm looking at this truck field right now, and I don't see many guys right now that are going to go out and beats Zane Smith on a weekly basis.
Mm-hmm.
Looking at the field that we have right now, I think it's going to be very tough to beat that 38 truck again this year, and I think he's just going to keep getting better.
Yeah.
And what he picks up where he left off. He ended the year last year in victory lane, and he's starting this year off in victory lane. So look out, truck field.
It's going to be a good year for Zane Smith and that 38 truck. All right, so let's move on to the Xfinity side of things.
Fucking bullshit.
And we start off our things early. Daniel Hemrick getting damage from Blaine Perkins, who got loose. Pretty much ended Hemdog's day. Was not good, man.
The bad luck's back, man.
Yeah, the 11 car is up for a shit year, man.
I really hope not, but I need Kyle Busch to get in these damn cars already, and I need him to reevaluate this because... well, it was just wrong place, wrong time. It should have never happened. It was a wreck that should have never happened. I was going to be interested to see what Hemrick was going to be able to do in this race, considering the speed that he showed last year before he wrecked out of it. But he didn't even get a chance this year. What lap was that wreck on?
It was before the end of stage 1.
Before the end of stage 1, doesn't even get a full stage under his belt, and already in the garage. Bad. The racing gods, they gave me one night of glory, and then they're like, all right, you just sold your soul to the devil. Here's 5 consecutive seasons of bad luck.
Yeah,
coming your
we're
way
gonna tease you with Trevor Bayne for a little bit, and then we're gonna take him away and just put him on race day full time now.
Joy, but no, that sucked for sure.
Yeah, that did suck. And then Austin Hill, he held off Chandler Smith to win stage 1, and then Sheldon Creed. It continues from last season. He got a hard push from Parker Kligerman and wrecked out in the race. You got to feel for the guy. You know he's got lots of talent. He always gets caught up in someone else's bullshit.
It's tough because this is the year I think that Sheldon Creed's got to do something. Like,
he's getting cut, man.
He had a very disappointing season. Like, he didn't make the playoffs last year. I don't think he did.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I don't
Gotta
think
look
he
back
did.
at it. Yeah.
I really don't think he made the playoffs last year, and that's just disappointing coming from the success that he had in the Truck Series. But this year, this is gonna be like a put up or lose your ride type year, I think, because I don't know how much patience Richard Childress is gonna have with Creed. I think we got to get some results out of that car this year, especially with the success that his teammate Austin Hill's having.
Yeah, and the past success of that car. I mean, we saw Tyler Reddick just put down a heater of a season in that 2 car. So this is it. So he's got to put together at least like 1 win to at least prove that.
1 win will keep his seat. He'll keep his seat.
Or at least move somewhere that's just as good.
Right.
Alrighty. So then going into it, we have Allgaier winning stage 1 or stage 2, I'm sorry, and then with 2 to go, Brandon Jones made a bad block on his teammate Josh Berry and took himself out. Brandon Jones doing Brandon Jones things, man. Doesn't matter what car he's in. If it's the 33 car that he was in or the 19 or now the 9, man, it's the same old Brandon Jones.
That was not what he was looking for in his first race with Junior Motorsports, that's for sure.
Yeah.
He ran a good race up until then. The teammates were all working well together, and then that's just a dumb Daytona block right there. That was 2 to go. Yeah, that's just.
Would love to hear the radio communication on that.
That's just
one.
that's.
I want to see if that's
Joey,
spotter.
That's a Joey Logano-esque block right there. So yeah, that's tough for Jones because this is also a year where he's got to put some results on the table.
Yeah, you're in probably one of the best cars in the Xfinity
look at what that
series.
car did last
Yeah,
year.
so you got to do something this year. So, and then Sam Mayer on the final lap, he made another bad block as well, and then he got turned upside down, ending the race.
Year in a row, or no? It was Myatt Snyder last year.
Yeah, he got into the catch fence.
And then almost killed Michael Jordan.
Yeah. and then if you actually look at Sam Mayer's crash, it is very, very similar to how Newman wrecked. Besides, he didn't hit another car on his driver's side. So, but exactly like how he turned and how he flipped was like very, very similar to how Newman flipped in the 2020 Daytona 500.
Because it was like we didn't hear anything for a little bit. They said that he was in the car and everything, but
yeah,
and he came out and he was fine. So that's great. The safety of these cars, it's great.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that was a scary wreck for sure. But once again, not how Sam Mayer wanted to start off his year either.
Yeah, right. Alrighty, and then Austin Hill, he got the win. He was out front when they called the caution. Back to back for Austin Hill. We know he is a super speedway driver.
He is the guy now. Yeah. He is the man on these super speedways.
But is that going to be the theme for the year? Is he only going to show up at super speedways?
Well, I think that's what's going to have to happen. This has got to be the leap in year 2 for him because this is exactly how it went for him last year. He won races on the super speedway.
Yeah, he got Daytona and Atlanta.
But then he didn't really show race-winning capable speed or really top 5 speed at any other tracks that we showed up to. So I think that's the thing that they got to work on here in year number 2 is they got to find some speed. But how about this top 10 for this Xfinity Series race?
Yeah.
So Hill won the race. Parker Retzlaff in his debut for Jordan Anderson, for Jordan Anderson's team, he brought it home P4.
Yeah, that kid, he has ran very well in the past.
He ran with the last year and really outperformed that equipment.
Yeah, really.
And now he could be one of those guys. He could be a scary guy this year, and that would be cool to see Jordan Anderson.
Looking at him, man, you would not think he's a race car driver.
It is an Irish. He drives in the Coke Series, I believe.
Yeah. I
don't know what team he drives for in there, but yeah.
Cool to see, man.
Sim racer turn badass on the track. And then Myatt Snyder and my ride in the 19 car should be my car.
Yeah.
For this year. He brought it home P5. Riley Herbst brought it home at a super speedway race. He came home 6th. Joe Graff Jr. in the 39 car. So that
Nemechok, man. Nemechok finished the race.
Yeah, John Hunter in second.
But
this is interesting. Joe Graff Jr. So they were talking about it before the race. He's only in the 39 car because Ryan Sieg was afraid he wasn't going to be able to qualify in his own car. So that's why Sieg was in the 38 this week. They wanted Joe Graff Jr. for his points last year or something like that.
Right.
I don't know how it all worked out, but that was how they wanted to get that car into. Oh, you know what it was? It was probably because they were afraid that Graff wasn't going to qualify in the 38 car. So
okay.
That's probably why they put him in there.
Gotcha. And
then Cole Custer, in his return to the Xfinity Series full time, he brought it home 9th.
Kept it
and
clean.
Then some loser from Winamac, Indiana, brought it home in the top 10.
Yeah, we did not see Colleague Racing really show up here.
They did not show up. You really thought that they would. I think Hemrick going out early had something to do with it.
Yeah.
That's just what I'm going to say.
And then Chandler Smith's a new teammate, so we got to see how he fares well.
He's still learning.
Mm-hmm.
And then we had some post-race beef between Jeffrey Earnhardt and Parker Klingerman.
Yeah.
Did you see that? Dude, looking at those videos, Jeffrey Earnhardt is not one guy you want to fuck with.
Oh, hell no,
I saw the look on that guy's face. He looked like he was going to beat the shit out of Parker Klingerman.
Oh, yeah.
He was ready to fight. Like, he waited for Klingerman at his hauler, and then he, like, walked away, and then Parker's kind of coming back.
They were looking at Jeffrey's car together.
He just straight up bumped Earnhardt into the wall, and then Earnhart caught a tire, and that ruined his race. He was running in the top 10. He was going to be a threat at the end. He's very good at these super speedways. But, yeah, that is – I think that's one mistake that Parker Klingerman's not going to make again.
A lot of people were mad at Parker at the end of this race.
He was going to get his ass whooped by Jeff Earnhart. Like, I saw that guy after Talladega. I saw him on the boulevard last year. He had a drink in his hand, but he's
a big
still
dude, man.
He's just jacked is what he is. And I saw the look on his face. Like, he had a drink in hand. I was like, oh, dude, that's one scary looking dude.
Yeah.
I would not want to be the one who pisses him off.
Yeah. It's if Dale Earnhardt lifted, man.
Oh,
yeah, so pretty good race there for the Xfinity Series debut of the 2023 season. And then we'll get into the Daytona 500.
Some shit, man. This, for all of you out there, I've been watching NASCAR for 12 years now. And never in my 12 years have I missed a Daytona 500, except for yesterday. Because since we're going to Auto Club this weekend, this upcoming weekend, I had to work yesterday. I had to pick up those hours, and man, let me tell you, that was not fun.
Yeah, I bet.
Missing the biggest race of the year. I did get to come home and see the last 15 laps of it, so that was cool and all. But it was just like, I missed everything. Like, I missed the first 185 laps of this thing. Like, what happened? What were the stories leading up? How did we get here? And this will never happen again. I don't care. I will call off the next time.
Yeah.
I do not
I'm
care.
surprised you even let it happen.
I will never miss a Daytona 500 again because I feel ashamed of myself. I feel like I should just get stripped of my NASCAR fandom. For
I think we got to find someone else to go with us this weekend.
I think I should just step away.
Yeah. You're retiring early from the stock car spectacle. But it was a fairly clean race to start off, except Bubba Wallace. He got pushed a little too hard, got into the wall. He ended up like a lap down. He ended up getting it back. We're getting the lucky dog, but we know how Bubba does on these super speedways. He's great.
Oh, yeah.
And then Brad Keselowski showing some speed early this year, winning stage 1. Love to see that for RFK and Brad with the kind of season he had last year.
Yeah.
And then Kevin Harvick gave the 45 a little too much of a big push and put him in the wall. He lost it, and he collected Suarez, Elliott, Blaney, and Jones. Elliott was done for the day. Patrick went silent.
How was Patrick after that?
He went quiet for a little while, but I think I got him going. And
I'm going with some tacos.
Dude, 13 tacos.
13 tacos. Man, see, that's another thing. I miss Patrick Cotto eating tacos, man.
Yeah.
I'm very disappointed that I missed that, too.
Yeah.
I'm ashamed of myself.
And my dad was counting the whole time.
I'm sure he was.
Yeah, but it was cool. It was a good time. Had my friends Joel and Sam over. They don't really watch NASCAR, and they were actually like kind of getting into it. And Joel, he really likes Daniel Suarez, especially after when he took out Kyle Busch, because he at least knows that Kyle Busch is an asshole. So he really likes Daniel Suarez. So they're going down to Talladega with us. So he was already looking up like Suarez gear and everything. So I was like, hell yeah, we got another one.
Yep. All it takes is one.
Yes, sir. And then, so Brad won stage 1, and then Kevin pushed to 45. And
Kevin cares this season. I don't think he cares.
No, he's on his no fucks given tour, man.
He don't care. What's he gonna do? What are these guys gonna do to him? He's already had.
He's
a great
done.
Career. He don't give a shit.
He said he's not gonna race at all once he retires. So
he got his seat up in the booth after this. So he's good to go.
Just know when he tries to call those drivers, I don't think they're gonna want to talk to him. And then Ross Chastain, he won stage 2, and then a wreck with 19 to go. Ryan Preece, Michael McDowell, Martin Truex, and Kevin Harvick got collected in that one.
So this was the wreck. This was the wreck that saved me, because this was the wreck that meant that I got to see the end of this race. Because that took a little time to clean up, and I was just as I was getting off, I was like, I don't know if I'm going to see much of this. And then I said caution. I was like, all right, let's go.
Yeah, it was clean basically all the way up until these 2 wrecks. And then Kyle Busch, he had the lead with 4 to go. 4 to go. And Suarez spun, and they racked them up for overtime. And then
I don't think that should have been a caution.
No,
He
it shouldn't
did not
have.
hit the wall or anything. He just spun out.
And he could have come down pit road.
I really think that was just NASCAR the official hit the button too quick. And
yeah.
I really don't think that should have been a caution. I would have loved to have seen.
But his tire was coming apart.
Yeah,
I guess they were probably worried about rubber getting on the track. So.
I think he was far enough off though. He was where the grass used to be right there. So I think he was far enough off, and they could have raced down, but just set up for chaos.
Yeah,
like that did.
For real. And then we had half the field wrecking, including Noah Gragson, Austin Dillon, William Byron, Riley Herbst, Ross Chastain. And then that just set up for another overtime.
I questioned Kyle Busch's decision-making there at the end of that race because I really thought – so they had the restart, and he kind of lost the 3 a little bit. I really thought he was going to come up and take the top from the 22 and block there, and I think he would have been in a better position. But he didn't do that, and then that's when the bottom lane started to get all messed up, and that's where the wreck happened.
Yeah.
And that's what I think that decision right there. Yeah, you want to stick with your teammate because your teammate's going to help you. Austin Dillon even said afterwards he was looking forward to pushing Kyle Busch to his first Daytona 500, but – oh, man, the momentum of the 22 was there. Had he come up and blocked that, he would have been in the catbird seat right there. But, hey, he chose his teammate there.
Yeah.
I think he chose
He's
wrong.
a good teammate. Yeah. But Ricky Stenhouse wins the Daytona 500 after the field wrecks behind him. Pretty damn cool to see that for Ricky. We've seen him win at Daytona in the summer race. We've seen him get his first win at Talladega. And he finally crosses this off. We knew he was able to get it done. He's been close before.
Well, this was cool because on the restart prior to that, he restarted 7th. On the second to last restart, he restarted 7th, and he drove up to the lead almost right away.
He charged,
It wasn't
man.
even it was maybe a lap, and he drove up to the lead. So that was pretty impressive right there. And yeah, Ricky, he's only got wins on the super speedways, but for all he's been fast in this race every single year. So this one doesn't really come to a surprise to me that he won himself a Daytona 500. He's a great super speedway racer, kind of like Michael McDowell. That one didn't come to a surprise to me when he won his Daytona 500. Even Denny Hamlin was backing up Michael McDowell, saying, "I don't know why you guys are surprised. He runs
We've
top
seen
5.
this for years.
He runs top 5 almost every super speedway race." And that's almost Ricky Stenhouse when he's not wrecking half the fields right there.
Yeah, right.
I saw Bob Pockracy put out a video. He's like, so is this going to shut the Stenhouse haters up? And then he put in at the end, he's like, the jokes might be back next week, though, if he's wrecking somebody. So we'll just have to see.
Yeah, right.
But no, that's pretty cool for Stenhouse. Pretty cool for JTT Doherty. I like Brad Doherty. I think he's a funny guy. So
only thing is Brad Doherty wasn't there.
He wasn't
he
there.
had eye
leave,
surgery.
So he had to leave. So that kind of sucked, but... And then Ricky went and celebrated at a Waffle House.
Someone else started that first.
He took the Noah Gragson route right there. He didn't have a sword with him this time, though.
Yeah, that was awesome. Noah was cutting his waffles with the sword.
I just want to know what the employees thought when he's got a sword. That's all right. I got
dude, it's Waffle House, man. They don't fucking care.
Those third shift Waffle House employees, man, they're a different breed.
They got Glocks behind the counter, man. They don't care. They're ready for anything, man. It's Waffle House.
It's gonna be really sad the day that the health inspectors come into Waffle House and shut that place down for how disgusting that kitchen is. They don't wash that waffle maker at all.
Oh, no way, dude.
They're cooking hundreds of waffles each day.
But that's why it tastes so good.
It tastes so damn good.
It's cheap and it tastes good, and we always got to stop there when we go in the South.
You know what they have on their menu? They have a T-bone steak on their menu.
Oh, yeah, I remember seeing that.
One of these times, just for shits and gigs, if we're ever drunk and going to Waffle House, I'll get myself a T-bone, and I'm going to ask for that thing.
Oh, my God.
I'm going to ask for that thing medium rare.
You're going to get so sick.
Why are you thinking T-bone steak at a Waffle House? That's...
Yeah.
Like, you're going to Waffle House, you're going to get some decent breakfast food. Nah, let me treat myself. Treat the family
some like
to a
$7 T-bone steak.
To a T-bone steak. That's like what the people who get a T-bone steak at like IHOP or something like that. Like there's been like IHOP.
I don't know. I'd rather take an IHOP steak over a
like,
Waffle House steak.
There's like workers at IHOP who say this is the worst thing on the menu. Do not order this. These people don't know how to cook you a steak.
Yeah,
they're working at IHOP.
They barely know how to cook scrambled eggs.
They're fucking working at Waffle House. You trust these people to cook you a damn T-bone? I don't know,
but I trust them to cook me some meth. Man, we're talking Waffle House.
Getting off the rails this week. Oh my goodness.
2023 is gonna be off the rails. But yeah, cool for Ricky Stenhouse. Got to celebrate at the Waffle House. Got to do it no Gregson way. So, Ricky, enjoy your week of media attention. And
some pretty good finishes here.
Yeah,
too.
I was about to get into that.
Like you had Riley Herbst. He brought it home in the top 10 in his first Cup Series race, I want to say.
It is, yeah.
Travis Pastrana, he brought it home 11th. I think he's going to be more than happy with that.
Oh, hell yeah.
He was just happy to make this race.
Yeah.
You had Zane Smith, he brought it home 13th in the 36 car.
Yeah.
Cody Ware, he finished 14th. So Rick Ware Racing, they had themselves a day. Two top 15 performances. So yeah, not bad.
This is where they get their paychecks.
This is their spending money for the year.
Yeah.
these four super speedway races are their spending money for the year.
And then Chris Buescher, we know he's already a great super speedway driver. He came up 4th. That was cool to see for Buescher. And then Brad Keselowski had a piece up until he got wrecked in the end of the race.
Austin Dillon was not happy with that guy.
Yeah.
He had some comments for Keselowski's talk. He got pretty nasty with. He got pretty shady with it too. He was talking about like, yeah, it's just the 6th car for you. He does this every year because he's just so desperate with where he's running at. So,
jeez, man. He shouldn't be talking, Dylan.
I wouldn't be talking. You're about to have Kyle Busch run circles all over you all season long. Yeah. But no, yeah. It'll be interesting to see year 2 of RFK. You had Buescher go to victory lane a season ago. Now, boss man.
And at Bristol too.
Boss man, it's time to step it up, man. You're running like 2015 Trevor Bayne over here, man.
He showed speed at the end of the year.
It was really
in that Bristol race. He would have had that win if he didn't get into the wall.
It was really the points penalty a season ago that really sent them behind.
Yeah.
And that just kind of killed their entire season. So I will be interesting to see how year 2 goes for RFK.
Yeah. And Connor Daly finishing 29th. I think that's a win for the money team right there, man.
Yeah, he got in this race off the tiny little hairs on his ass.
Yeah. So, thank God for Austin Hill wrecking out, man.
That is the only reason that he made that race.
Yeah.
Money team just needs to pack it up. That's how the team flowed.
It's really just turning into a joke. I mean, them and like...
did anybody think that this was going to be serious? No.
No, not one bit. They only do like one-off races like this. I'm sure maybe their next race is going to be probably Talladega, and then maybe they'll do the Chicago Street Course because that's going to get a lot of media attention. Right. So, yeah. Money Team is a joke. New York Racing, they're a joke. I don't even know if they're coming back this year.
Greg Biffle said, fuck that team.
Yeah, for real. All right, well, that will about wrap it up for our Daytona review. You got anything else to add, buddy? Crazy weekend.
It was a weird weekend for me because I probably saw maybe 100 total laps the entire weekend. I didn't see much of the Xfinity race because I had to work on Saturday. Mm-hmm. Friday night we went out, so I didn't see any of the truck race. I was following along on my phone, so very weird opening weekend for me. Ready to get back into a little bit of normalcy.
We're gonna be at the track
as we head to the racetrack this week. We'll talk about that in a little bit here in our Auto Club preview. But yeah, I'm just ready to get back. Daytona's out of the way. Mm-hmm. Let the real fun begin.
Yeah, absolutely. Can't wait to get back to the track and smell some gas fuel, buddy. All right, guys. Well, that will wrap it up for the Stock Car Spectacle. If you haven't yet, guys, make sure to like our video and subscribe to our channel. And if you haven't yet, guys, make sure to check us out on Twitter and Instagram. So that'll wrap it up. I'm Ian Jortson.
And I'm Nick Kinsel.
We'll see you guys next time.